everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan Therian and today I'm going to demonstrate how to shoot B-roll for a news package. Now B-roll is going to be that video content you'll often see play behind one's voiceover, normally without sound. In my previous video I did reference a little snippet of one or two styles you can use from your phone. However, today I want to go deeper and let you guys know the different styles I have learned that you can use not only on a phone, but from a traditional camera as well. All right, here we go. So we're going to be using two types of equipment today to shoot our B-roll. One is actually just going to be my Apple iPhone 11 Pro Max. If you are an Apple iPhone user and you have an iPhone 8 or up, your camera can shoot in 4K quality, which is amazing. Now the other is our standard JVC 4K camera. This one in particular is a JVC GY-HM170U, and believe it or not, both actually go for about the same price. When I bought my Apple iPhone 11 Pro Max new, it cost me $1,000, and the JVC 4K in this model goes for between $1,000 to $1,500.
Now, in my previous video, you may have recalled how I demonstrated how to set up my iPhone on a tripod. This time, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a JVC camera on a different type of tripod. The particular tripod we're working with today is a Bridging Technology tripod. First thing we're going to do is take the tripod and open up each of the legs so that the base is now flat on the ground. Next, as you can see, each tripod leg has on it two leg locks. Now these are going to be the levers that you're going to open so you can adjust your tripod's height. Once you've gotten your tripod to the desired height you want, you then will refasten the leg locks to keep it in place. This tripod, as you can see, comes with a plate that comes off the top, and this plate is what will be used to attach to the bottom of your camera so you can secure the camera onto your tripod. On the bottom of your camera, you will see two holes where you can connect that screw from the plate onto the bottom and then tighten it on like so. Now that the plate is secured onto the bottom of the camera, you now are ready to mount the camera onto the tripod. On your tripod, you'll see a button on the back end. If you push that in, you'll see the lever move. This will release the lock on it so you can slide the camera plate onto the tripod. Finally, on the right hand side of your tripod at the top near the plate, you're going to see a little knob. What you're going to do is you're going to tighten that knob all the way, and this will make sure that your camera on top is now secure and won't slide about. It will lock it in place.
Awesome, now we have our JVC camera set up on our tripod and have brought it outside and positioned it where we'd like to start shooting. Now, before we can start shooting, we must turn the camera on. So, as you'll see on the side towards the top, there is a slider button that says on or off. What you're gonna do is take your finger, hold down on that blue button in the center, and slide it all the way to the left to the on position. After you do that, give your camera a moment and wait for it to start up. And after a moment or two, you should see your image display on the LCD screen. Now, if you have turned the camera on and have waited a couple minutes and nothing is showing on your LCD screen, make sure you double check and make sure you took off the lens cap on the front of the camera. So our camera is on and we're ready to start shooting. But before we can shoot any B-roll, it is important that we do what we call a white balance check. Now, a white balance check is basically a color temperature correction test. So your color temperature on your camera, depending on the lighting outside, may be more cool and give off bluish tints, or if it's a more warm, it'll be like an orangish tint. Basically, we need to do a white balance check to make sure that the color temperature isn't unnatural in any way and give your footage a weird tone or tint to it that we don't want. How do we do a white balance check on a JVC camera, you might ask? Well, the first step is simple. We're gonna look at the JVC camera LCD screen, and then to the top left side, you will see a button that says menu/thumb. Hit that button and scroll down once to camera process. Select camera process and scroll all the way down until you find white balance. Once you select white balance, we are looking for the preset temperature. select the preset temperature, and from there you may use the joystick to scroll up or down until you find the color temperature that is most natural with your white object in front, depending on the lighting, either outside or if you are inside as well. This is how you're going to white balance it. Color temperature is one step of the process, but there are preset settings that will help you determine your brightness. If you're outside and it's really bright, or you're outside and you don't have enough light, your gain right here will give you different lighted presets. So since it is bright out, if I were to turn this on high, it would completely oversaturate my frame and make it so it's all whited out. So you got high, so if it's dark out, you want this one. Medium is that in between, it's still a little too bright for ours. And then low, if it's nice and bright, in a bright setting, use low. And that will help balance out your light so it's not as bright. The first kind of B-roll shot I'm going to demonstrate is called the pan shot. It is basically where you're going to have your camera start at one side and you're going to slowly maneuver it all the way to the other side. Now before I do my pan shot, I'm going to hit my record button. Make sure that the light is on my LCD screen there and says recording. And then I will position my camera how I want it. And then to pan, I'm going to simply start it over on the side I want it to pan from. So if I want to go left to right, I'll put it to the left like so. And when I get to that spot, I'll give it 3 seconds of stillness before I start the movement. So I'll count 1, 2, 3. And then using the handle, I'll slowly maneuver the camera back over, panning from left to right, stopping when I reach the desired spot. And before I hit stop recording, I will let it continue to film for another 3 seconds of stillness.
As you may have seen in my previous video, this is the iPhone tripod I had my phone on, and this is what the footage looks like of a pan from my iPhone's camera.
When doing a tilt for the JVC camera, in order to loosen up the top of your tripod, you are going to turn this level here to the left to untighten it, like so. And then you can grab your handle lever and tilt up and down freely.
Here is the tilt as seen through the LCD screen of the JVC camera, and then here is what the tilt looks like that I captured from my iPhone 11 Pro Max. And as stated in my previous video, the tripod I have for my iPhone does not allow me to tilt, so this had to be done handheld.
The next style of B-roll footage I'm going to show you is how to do a zoom in or zoom out shot on your JVC camera. You have 2 spots where you have your zoom in and zoom out buttons. One is on the side here, where one is labeled wide for wide shot, that's your zoom out, and T for telephoto, which is your zoom in button. So you will just push forward on the T to zoom in, and W to zoom out. Now if you push it all the way down, it's going to go a lot faster. You'll get a slow zoom in and out. You can also likewise do it up here as well, because you have it next to your second recorder button right here. You have again the W and the T for zoom in and zoom out. Going in to zoom in on a subject or matter is important when using a JVC camera or any standard camera on a tripod that you first zoom in all the way. As you can see, the lens are out of focus. So it is important to go here to the front where you can adjust the focus of your lens by moving either right or left as needed until you see the image clear up, like so. Now it is not blurry, so that way when you go back and you want to do your zoom in, it is in focus. As you can see here, if you're looking to zoom in fast, if you use the ones on the side, you will go a quick zoom in like so, and then the W to zoom back out. And if you want to zoom in slower, you use on top, and you'll have it like so.
Now, if you want to do a zoom in or a zoom out from your iPhone, after you hit record, if you hold your thumb down on either of the set zoom in frame settings, like the 0.5 or the 1, you'll see this half oval, half circle pop up. Continuing to hold down, if you drag your thumb up or down, it will zoom in or zoom out, making it a more seamless transition.
So now we've done our pans, our tilts, and our zoom in and our zooms out. Zooms out. Try saying that 10 times fast. But regardless, while these are great tips, I want to give you one more tip that can be used in giving you a variety in not only your B-roll, but it's really for your frame-to-frame shot. You don't want to have the same exact frame-to-frame shot spacing the whole time. You want to give it a variety to keep your viewers engaged, and how we do this is through what we call a wide, medium, and tight shot. So if you have your object or subject in full view with whatever is around them, that is going to be a wide shot. A medium shot is going to give you that closer perspective of just solely focusing on your object or subject and gets rid of whatever is around them or the background that may be distracting. And a tight shot is going to give you those up close and personal details, especially if it's someone's face, if you wanted to get emotion, or say there's something on the person, something they're wearing, or something on the object, a detail that your viewers may not notice on first glance from a wide shot. That tight shot can point them in direction to noticing what you're trying to portray to them. Alright guys, thanks so much for tuning into my channel. I hope these tips will be helpful in your future video endeavors. As always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Content being, another video coming shortly where I will be showing some basic editing tips in the software Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, if there's any questions, or if you have, say, a specific B-roll technique that you like to use that I didn't go over in this video, please feel free to leave them below in the comment section. I'd love to hear them. Until then, we'll see you in the next one. Bye!